Hello everyone. In this lecture we will discuss about NFA and we will solve some problem related to NFA. In previous lecture we have discussed some problem related to DFA and we have solved different type of questions like we have taken different conditions for the questions. Whenever we make machine for DFA like divisibility problems, which your binary string should be divisible by 4 or your string should be end with same symbol, your string string starting symbol and ending symbol should be same or ending symbol should be different. So like that, this type of condition we have taken for solving the problems related to DFA. So now we will solve the question related to NFA in this lectures. And first we have to discuss what is NFA and how many tuples we are using to define NFA machine. Okay. So capital M basically represent the machine and you are using capital Q, sigma, delta, Q0 and capital F. So basically these 5 tuples you are using for defining NFA machine. These 5 tuples, if you are noticing this thing, these 5 tuples basically we have used in DFA also for defining DFA machine. So what is the difference between DFA and NFA machine? So as I said earlier, every machine have a different transition function. Clear? And what is the transition function? Transition function you represent by delta symbol. So here you have 5 tuples. Capital Q represent set of states, sigma represent set of input symbol, delta represent the transition function of your machine, Q0 is your initial state and capital F is your final state. So if you are talking about particular this thing or particular this symbol, that is the transition function of your machine. So in case of NFA, your transition function delta is capital Q cross sigma implies is 2 raised to capital Q. Means capital Q represents set of state, sigma represents set of input symbol and 2 raised to Q represent the number of states. So whenever you will make transition from one state to another state, you will define by using this function. Capital Q cross sigma implies is 2 raised to capital Q. If we are talking about DFA machine, so in case of DFA, what was your transition function into DFA? Your transition function is capital Q cross sigma implies is capital Q. Why transition function is different for NFA and DFA machine? Basically, transition function define your machine, define the capability of your machine. Okay. So according to the DFA, we are seeing the transition function of DFA, that is capital Q cross sigma implies is capital Q. Why this transition function for DFA? Because according to the condition of DFA, each and every state have a transition for every input symbol and no multiple transition is allowed in DFA. Clear? But the condition is different in NFA. You can make multiple transition for the same input symbol and there is no need to make transition from every state to every input symbol. Okay? For every input symbol. So you can make multiple transition. That's why you can get many number of states whenever you will make transition from one state to another state. But in the case of DFA, you will get only one state whenever you will make transition for the state. Okay. So here, suppose this is your present state, you are using input symbol and you will reach to the destination state. Okay. I am not talking about the final state. Destination state can be your intermediate state also. If you are talking about the initial state, it can be initial state also, it can be intermediate state also, or it can be final state also. Okay. And why we are talking about the final state? Why is the need? So what is the need to make final state into DFA, NFA or epsilon NFA machine? Because if you are not defining final state, in that case your machine will not accept any string. And these are your language recognizer machine. So in a language recognizer part, you will see you have to define initial state as well as the final state. Okay, because your machine, whenever your machine accept the string, in that case you will give the answer, yeah, this string is valid string or this language is the valid language for that machine or this is the machine for that language. Okay, so likewise you can give the answer for DFA machine. Okay, so that's why for DFA, for NFA or for epsilon NFA, you have to make the final state. Because your whole answer is correct, but if you are not making a final state, that means we cannot identify what type of string basically accept by this machine. So that's why you have to make the final state also. Okay, so this is your NFA part. NFA you will define by using these 5 tuples. Also DFA by using these 5 tuples. But what is the difference? The difference between the transition function. NFA have a different transition function and DFA have different transition function. So according to the NFA transition function is capital P cross sigma implies is 2 raised to capital Q. Why? Because you can make multiple transition. Okay, you can get more number of states whenever you will make transition. Or in the DFA case, you can see capital Q cross sigma implies is capital Q, because in that case you can make only one transition for one input symbol. You cannot make multiple transitions, so that's why you cannot get the set of states. Okay, so that's why the transition function is different between NFA and DFA. But when we solve the problem, at that time you analyze or you will see NFA is easy than the DFA. Why? Because in DFA, whenever you will make transition from each state to means whenever you will make transition from every state to when we are using every input symbol, so in that case your machine have a condition for violation. Okay, means so suppose you are making machine for the particular language. Okay, but in that case you have to check means each state have a transition for every input symbol or not. If the state doesn't have a transition for every input symbol, in that case means this is not your DFA machine. Or when you will make transition, in that case you will see your condition will be violated for the language. Means sometimes the machine will accept the string which is not part of the language. So this type of condition basically occurs in DFA, but this type of problem cannot you will not get into DFA. In NFA. So that's why NFA is simple. How we will see. Okay. So when you will make transition or when you will use machine for NFA machine for the particular language, in that case, what is your first step? Your first step is identify the smallest length string. If you identify the smallest length string, in that case you will get the number of states in your machine. Okay, how? So first we will check what is the smallest length string. In that case, your question is construct NFA that accept all string of A's and B's where each string ending with ABAB. So in that case, you can easily see that you have two input alphabet, that is small a and small b, and the condition is your string should end with ABAB. Means your machine should accept all the string which is generated by the AB, but every string should be end with ABAB. So these type of string only accept by your machine. So in that case, we will make machine for the smallest length string, and that will be ABAB. So how? If we make strings, in that case, ABAB is your smallest length string, then there is no starting condition. If you see your question, in that case, you will get idea there is no starting condition. Only you have ending condition. Your string should be end with ABAB. But there is no starting condition. That means your string can be start with A also, and your string can be start with B also. If your string is starting with A, okay, and any number of A you can get in your string. So we will write A raised to N and ABAB. So this type of string you will get in your question or in your language. Okay. Then if there is no condition for the particular symbol, in that case your machine or your string can be start with B also. If your machine is starting with B, in that case you can write B raised to N, because it can be single B, it can be any number of B, or maybe there is no B. Okay. If there is no A and B, in that case you will get string ABAB. If your string is starting with A, in that case you will get this type of string. If your string is starting with B, in that case you will get this type of string, or you can get any combination of A or B before ABAB. Clear? So you can get this type of string also. Means minimum length is ABAB, but before ABAB you can get any combination of AB. Your string starting can be A also, your string can be start with B also. So likewise you will make strings for the machine. Because string is important, because whenever you will make a string, in that case you will get idea, means there is some pattern in your string or not. Okay, if you find the pattern in your string, then you will make the loop, or it will be easy for you to making a loop. because you have to convert your machine for the infinite length language also. Clear? So now we will make machine for the smallest length string, and our smallest length string is ABAB. So we will start from the initial state. So this is state Q0 and this is your initial state. Now we will make condition for A, then B, then A, and then B. Okay. Now we have to make Q4 as a final state, because if you are not making final state, that means your machine will not accept anything. And these are the language recognizer machine. That's why we have to make final state in your machine. So this is your machine for the smallest length string. So whenever you will make machine for the smallest length string, in that case you will get the number of state in your machine. And how many number of state you are getting here? You are getting 5 number of states in your machine. Now in the case of NFA, we will convert this machine for the infinite length language. Why we are saying infinite length language? Because here this is the smallest condition. This is the minimum requirement or minimum condition of your question. But what is the line? You can see constant NFA that accept all strings of A's and B's. Means this is the infinite length language, and this is the minimum condition of your language. Means your string should be ending with ABB. But your machine should accept all the string of A's and B's where each string ending with ABAB. So that's why we are making machine for the smallest length string. After that we will convert that machine for the infinite length language. And here we are talking about NFA machine. So that's why we can make multiple condition. And second condition of NFA is there is no need to make condition from each state for the every input symbol. Clear? So Q0, if we are checking, Q0 state have a condition for input symbol A. So we will make condition for the input symbol B, because in that case your machine can be start with A also, or your machine can be start with B also. So we have a condition for input symbol A. Now we will make condition for input symbol B. Then how you will make condition for input symbol B? You will make self loop for input symbol B, because if you are making condition from Q0 to Q1, in that case your machine will accept this dotted line basically represent the assumption. If you are making condition for the input symbol B from the state Q0 to Q1, in that case your machine can accept BBAB, this string. And this string is not part of your language, because what is the smallest language? The smallest string of your language is ABAB. So we are making condition like that. In that case your machine can accept BBAB. And this string is not part of your language, so that's why we cannot make this condition. Same thing happens if we are making condition for the input symbol B from the state Q0 to Q2 or Q0 to Q3 and Q0 to Q4. In that case your machine will accept the string which is not part of your language. Okay? So that's why we cannot make this condition. In that case we have only one choice. We will make condition in the form of self loop from the state Q0 to Q0. Now, so in that case you can see your machine can start with B also, and your machine should end with ABA. Your machine can be end with ABA. Okay? Means your machine can be start. If your machine is starting with B, in that case BABA. This type of string you will get, and this string accept by your machine. Okay? This string will be accepted by your machine. So now we will try to make condition for input symbol A, because if we are making condition only for input symbol B, in that case this kind of strings will be complete. But if you are making machine for this type of string, then how you will make machine? Because A, this is your this is your finite condition. This is not your infinite condition, because here you are making loop. So whenever you will make loop, in that case you will convert your string, you will convert your machine for the infinite length language. So you are converting your machine for this string, but you are not accepting this type of condition or this type of string from your machine. So what we will do in that case, we will check again the condition for input symbol A. Okay, so we have a condition for input symbol A. Now again we will check the condition from the input symbol. So here again we will make condition for the input symbol A. self rule. Clear? Because in NFA multiple transitions are allowed. Okay, we have a transition for input symbol A. Again, we are making transition from the state Q0 in the form of self rule. Why? Because in NFA we can make multiple transition, but this thing we cannot, define in DFA machine. We cannot make this type of transition into DFA machine because multiple transitions are not allowed in DFA machine. Okay, but in NFA machine you can make multiple transitions. So that's why we will make transition for the input symbol A from the state Q0 to Q0 in the form of self rule. So in that case you can check it here, A is to N and AB. This type of string also can be accepted by your machine. Clear? And now the second condition is there is no need to make transition from the every state for the every input symbol in NFA machine. So there is no need to make transition from the state Q0 for the input symbol A, from the state Q2 for the input symbol B, from the state Q3 for the input symbol A, and also from the state Q0 for the input symbol A and B. But if we are making DFA machine, in that case we have to make transition for every input symbol from each state. Okay, because in DFA each state have a transition for every input symbol and we cannot make multiple transition, but in NFA we can make multiple transitions. So you can see here, this is the example for the multiple transition. So that's why your NFA is simpler than the DFA. If we are making DFA, then definitely we have to make transition for the input symbol A from this state, from the input symbol B from this state, for the input symbol A from this state, and for the input symbol A from this state. So in that case there is a chances for violation. Means in that case you have to check every condition. If we are making this transition, then what will happen? Means the condition will be violated or not, the string will be accepted or not, this string is a part of your language or not. But in NFA case, if we are removing this condition, means removing DFA condition, each and every state have a transition for every input symbol and multiple transition are not allowed in DFA. But if we are removing this condition, in that case you will see your NFA is simple because you can make multiple transition. You can means there is no need to make transition from every state for every input symbol. Okay, so that's why this is your NFA machine. Okay, the another difference is that between NFA and DFA, language recognizer is easy in DFA rather than in NFA. So why we are saying the language recognition is easy in DFA rather than in NFA? Why? Because if you don't have transition from every state for the every input symbol, or if you have a multiple transition, in that case ambiguity is created. Okay, so that's why it's not easy to identify the language or language recognition in NFA machine. But in DFA machine we have a dedicated path for every input symbol. You cannot make multiple transition, or you have to make the transition for every input symbol from each state. So that's why because of this condition, language recognition is easy in DFA rather than in NFA. So this is the difference between NFA and DFA, and we have solved this question in NFA. We will take some more question in next classes related to NFA, and we will pick different conditions in next lecture. Like last two symbols should be same, last two symbols should be different, and related to substrings question we will solve in next lecture based on NFA machine. Okay, so practice these questions. If you have any doubt, you can send the image or my WhatsApp number, because so many students are sending image related to these questions if they have any doubt. So please solve this question, and if you have any doubt, you can discuss with me on my WhatsApp.